Hey y'all, today we are going to be making awesome big pork chops. My recipes come from Pinterest. They come from we have mail order meals that come in the mail. Some of them I do end up making myself. I've made them before. And then also I'm making recipes that I've kind of had or I've just came up with. So like I said, today we are making awesome baked pork chops. I've already gotten some of the ingredients together and ready, so that way we can just start right into it. So you will preheat your oven to 350. Make sure you rinse your pork chops and pat them dry, and you will season them with garlic powder and seasoned salt to taste. So it doesn't matter what seasoned salt you use. I use this Uncle Bob's. You can use Tony Chachere's. You can use any all-purpose seasonings, just a mixture of seasonings. They sell them in the stores and everything. So we're gonna come over here and we are going to make sure that we start doing. So these are my pork chops. And like I said, we will season them. Like here is one that we are going to, there we go. Season with garlic powder. You will season both sides. Make sure you don't get too much, just make sure you sprinkle enough on each side. Okay. And then we are going to do the next one. And make sure you coat all of them. And make sure that once you're done with that, we are going to bring them over here. And I did set up so that way we can definitely see this part of it. So you're going to take each pork chop, you're going to put it in flour. You're going to take a couple of beaten eggs. It just depends on how many pork chops you're actually doing. And then the same thing with the Italian breadcrumbs. You will take the pork chops and then make sure that you also start your pan over here. So you're going to sprinkle some olive oil. It calls for olive oil, so definitely use olive oil. Sprinkle some of that in there. You don't want too much, but you don't want too little. Actually, probably if I grab the bigger thing of olive oil. Oh, okay. I have to wash that lid. Okay, and then you're going to put your heat to medium, medium high. So I put it on about a 5 if I have a gas burner, which I do. You'll let that start to heat up while you're dredging your stuff. And like I said, first you will dredge it in the flour. Just make sure you coat it. Doesn't need to be, just make sure it's all coated in the flour. Kind of shake off the excess. Then dredge it in egg. Make sure you coat it in that, because that's going to get the breadcrumbs to actually stick. And then you will liberally dredge it in the Italian breadcrumbs. And then you can place it into here. So that's one, and then you'll get all the other ones in there too. I'm making about 12 of them because people do take them home and eat them later. So we have some people coming over today. And what you're gonna do is you're going to, after you get enough in your pan, it's going to cook for 5 minutes on each side. Minutes each side. Plates. Oh, after I get done dredging some of these, I can just put them off to the side and just wait for this batch. You can cook in batches. Kind of make sure that you keep an eye on your stuff as well. I'll make sure I show you. Okay, so we're just going to check these. Like I said, you don't want them burning. See how they're browning? You want to make sure that they brown. Not too dark, but make sure that they're browning. And I got some potatoes over here for the side. Make whatever sides you want with it. I usually make potatoes because of the stuff that goes with it, the type of gravy that you make with this that gets poured into it when it is going in the oven, or after it's been in the oven for so long. Tastes really good with mashed potatoes. So you can make any kind of sides that you would like. That's just what I make. Okay, and then when the 5 minutes goes off, like I said, make sure that we flip these. Yeah, look how browned. See? It's okay if some of the crust comes off whenever you're flipping. It will happen. If you need to add a little bit more oil, you can. So we're going to let that cook for another 5 more minutes. I got a really cool timer. Let's see if I can do this. Oops, sorry, it's so shaky. Ooh, 5 more minutes. Go back to doing some more of these because we're almost done. Make sure that you just periodically check just to make sure that they're not burning on the other side. Ooh. Like I said, some of the crust will come off. Okay, just make sure it's not all of it. Then what you're going to do is you're going to come over here, and I've got a couple of pans that I need to spray. I'm going to take that, and I got some olive oil that I need to spray it in. So I'm going to pump this up a couple times, and then I want to make sure you kind of get every inch of it. It'll actually help whenever you actually cook it. We are going to start placing these in here. And it doesn't matter which way they go. All right. It doesn't matter which way they go. Try that again. Because of be able to fit some more in here, of course. And then I'm going to put some more of these. I added some more olive oil to the pan. I'm going to add enough to fit another batch in here. So I basically can fit 4 in here, which is good. So I'm gonna go ahead and set the timer one more time, so that way we can definitely make sure that we get them all cooked right. And I'm going to preheat the oven, like I said, to 350, and then we'll be back after some of these cook, right? All right, y'all, we're back. So what we're gonna do now, I've already finished cooking the pork chops. Now I'm stuck them in the pan. It's a 9 by 13 pan, and then I got one that's a little bit smaller. Don't layer a lot of them together. So I'm gonna show you what I did. And this is how I did it. So I can fit, what's that? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 in this pan, and then I put 3 in this pan. So whenever you get that done and you put them in there, don't stick any more than something like this, because you do want them to cook thoroughly. So I'm going to guys back around, and I'm gonna put y'all down here like that. I'm gonna put foil on top of it. Make sure that I put it in on nice and tight. And then do the same thing with this one over here. And then we're going to make sure that we put it in the oven. So, go. I'll go ahead and open my oven up. And then I need to grab this. Then stick it in the oven like so. Make sure you put it on the top rack. And then we're going to cook these for an hour. So I'm going to make sure that I put on here time. Just hold my finger on it. There you go. I'm gonna start the timer, and then we will be back in just a moment. Hey guys, we're back. So while the pork chops are cooking, we are going to mix in the gravy mixture that you'll be using. That will be put on there whenever the hour's up, and then you're gonna do cook it for another 30 minutes after you put the gravy on there, and then foil it back up, which I'll show you that whenever the buzzer goes off. But let's see here. All right, so in a big bowl or whatever you want to call it, because I will chill it until it is time for it to go on. It just makes it easier, and it doesn't matter if you chill it or not, because it will just heat up in the oven. But just gonna make sure that I get all the stuff out of the can. Don't want to waste any of that. And I am tripling the recipe pretty much for the gravy stuff, so it doesn't really matter if you put a lot on there or not enough. I think you can never have too much of this gravy stuff. So the recipe does call for 1 10 3/4 ounce can of cream of mushroom, which I get the 10.5 ounce cream of mushroom, and they work just fine. But I'm putting 3 cans of those in there. The cream of mushroom, because of, like I said, I'm tripling it. And then after I get that all out, going to add in, because I did triple it, I'm adding in 1.5 cups of milk. You can use whatever milk that you'd like. And then also I am going to add white wine, which you can use whatever wine you like. I use Moscato because that's what we always have laying around the house, because I'm the only one that drinks white wine, and it's always Moscato. So you're going to add in 1/3 cup 3 times, because you are tripling the recipe again. And make sure you stir it up really good, because you want all that mixture, get all the little lumps out of the cream of mushroom. And then you'll stick it in the fridge, and then you'll see what happens after. Now we have like 59 minutes, or 49 minutes, excuse me. And we'll be able to add this mixture to stuff. So we'll be back in just a moment. Okay everyone, I'm back. I have to now take out the stuff. It's been an hour. So let me go get this real quick, and then I will show you guys what it will look like. What you're going to do is you will take these off. Don't do anything with them, because you will need them to put in the, after you put in the gravy. And then what we're going to do is we're going to just drizzle this stuff on here like so. Make sure you cover all of it. Go over here, because you want to kind of cover these two. You want to make sure you cover everything though. This is kind of leaning too, so it'll all even out whenever. And you just put the top stuck on these like so. Try not to burn your hands, because it's still hot. And then you're just going to cook both of them for another 30 minutes. So yeah, just Place them right back in the oven. Then make sure you stick it in there for another 30 minutes. All right, y'all, I'm back. So I wanted to let y'all know I'm fixing to pull out the stuff from the oven real quick. So you can see they've been cooking for 30 more minutes, and I'm gonna pull them out real quick. I need both of my hands, so I'm going to here. Get those set up. And then pull these out. And I'm going to show y'all a picture of them. Real quick. Let y'all see what they look like. Ooh, yeah. That. I'm going to let them sit for a little bit longer because I do have to cook my carrots. I'm making roasted carrots with these. Yeah. And then after everything's done and plated, I will go ahead and put up a picture so everybody can see the finished product after we put everything on the plate. All right, so if you liked what you saw and you want to see more, I will periodically, probably weekly, try to get a video up. If you do like what you see, please like, subscribe, and ring that notification bell. Thank you. Bye, y'all.